How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Figuring It Out Finance Podcast, episode 113. And I'm going to be breaking down all of my current flip projects and what I have going on this episode. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't listened to this podcast before, my name is Chris Rickenbaugh, and I'm documenting my journey on this podcast in real estate and business while also talking about travel hacking and personal finance. You can find me everywhere on figuringitoutfinance.com, where you'll find all the links to wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as my social media channels on Instagram and TikTok, where I post daily. And coming out with an updated brand. We just got back from Atlanta, where we use points for 2 nights in 2 rooms at a Hilton hotel. First time staying at Hilton, brand new hotel. So that was a really cool experience. And then got to watch the NASCAR race at Atlanta. Some crazy racing. One of the coolest I've ever been to. So coming off a really cool weekend and just getting started here, planning some really big things coming up. So let's hop into what I have going on right now. So pulling up the deal sheet. So currently have my second flip ever. So we are under contract to sell. So before we hop into that, six projects. So 6 things going on right now. And then with active houses. So that one is currently under contract to sell. Man, that one has been an absolute headache. So we bought it for $185. We borrowed money to be able to buy it. We're currently, I bought that back on August 1st. So it has been a super long project for me, a really big headache, and we went over budget, and now we're under contract to sell at $370 when we bought it for $185. So whenever we're completely finished, I'll be able to update that reno cost, figure out what I paid in interest, just because it's still totaling up, and I just don't want to break that all down just yet. Like, I know where my numbers are at, but things could change just a little bit before here and there. So just waiting to finalize all of those numbers. But that one is under contract to sell, and we bought it as a flip, and finally getting to the end on that one. So fingers crossed everything goes well in the next 2 weeks before closing, and we'll get that one complete. So moving on, we have 3 currently under renovations right now and 2 more under contract. So the duplex flip, that one is rolling. I had to order the last little thing for that project. It should be here hopefully by the end of this week. And then we have 2 other things to tighten up, which is installing the driveway, which is going to be a concrete driveway, and then adding in a fence. So that's going to really boost the ARV on that project. So we're super excited about that one, just to be able to get it done, get it on the market. We have some interested buyers, so hopefully it's not going to be able to last that long. So that one, I've let my partner handle most of it, and just seeing how we work together. It's been a really interesting experience because you see how partnerships kind of go sideways for other people, and you're in it right now. So being able to just not kind of try and point a finger. You're just trying to almost analyze everything that's going on, or that's how my brain works. Just being able to really try and analyze what's going on, where would I get frustrated during this process, and how to make this better for the next time as we keep going. So that's been a really big partnership opportunity for me. Super interesting. And that one has gone really well on the renovation side, and just getting to the end of that project. 2 big things to install, and then we'll be complete. So moving on to my other project, I've bought this one back at the beginning of December, and this one has just been kind of another pain, just a really weird situation with the past owner still living in the property as a tenant from the person who she sold it to on a quick claim because they were going into foreclosure. So we're currently evicting that tenant, And it's just taken a lot longer than we've really wanted it to, just because of different situations. And then we've had court dates pushed back. We've had the deeds messed up. So now we have that all straightened out to where we feel like in this next week we'll be back in court. Hopefully everything goes smoothly with that. And then that property, depending on this timeline, we're not going to have enough time to be able to do all the renovations that we need and then be able to get it on the market. So this is the one that's going to end up turning into a pad split for me. It has lots of good square footage. We have an extra undocumented bed and bathroom that doesn't show up on Zillow or anything else. So the inspections might take a little bit longer for us, but now that we know we're going to end up keeping it and turning it into a pad split, we don't really have to worry about the timelines too much on it. So that one's going on. We'll see here in the next week or two what happens with that court date, and then we'll be able to get rolling on it after we get through that process, hopefully late March before the end of the month. So next project. So we're currently doing another eviction on that one. That one's actually going really, really smooth, very communicative with the tenant. And let's see, I bought that at the end of last month, so 129. And then that one's going to be just a basic flip. Like I said, communication's been really good with the tenant, so no real problems on that so far. And that'll be probably an 8 to 10 week project. Get it staged, get it on the market. Really popular area, so we feel very confident on that one as well. So really good communication, and that's the biggest part of it. The other eviction we're doing, there's just no communication. They won't respond to me, and they don't understand that they need to leave the property. So this one, it's gone a lot smoother, knock on wood, and hopefully getting in there early March. So stay updated for those. Got some cool projects coming. And then with the two that are under contract. So as of right now, the one we should be closing on before the end of February, so getting really close on that one. Finalizing the insurance, and that one's going to be ending up taken over by my partner, and they're going to be able to do what they want with that, and I'm going to be a part of the process, just really seeing again on that partnership how we work together. And I'll be a lot more hands off on that project, but we're buying it from me, so that'll be an interesting one. And then another one under contract. So this will be a straight flip. And, we were set up really good on it. We knew when we were going to be able to close. And it turns out that it's probably going to have to go through the probate process with 13 or 14 heirs. And one was a minor. So they're going to have to take that through the court process just to make sure everything gets signed off on it and make sure there's no problems with title, no problems with any of the heirs, and then we'll be able to buy that one. And that one is now a tentative date. So we have a contract in place with the wholesaler to be able to buy it if he ends up being able to come through. But as of right now, we're holding on to some earnest money and just, seeing how that process goes with the attorneys and the heirs. So as I said, one under contract to sell, 3 currently in the renovation phase and purchased, and then 2 more under contract. So busy, hoping to stay alive with purchasing 1 per month, 1 flip per month, and then doing at least 1 deal per month. I feel like that would be a really solid plan. And then as we get the wholesaling going, that's just going to go through the roof. So super excited with what we have coming together, and just having to be really, really patient right now as we cash out of some properties. We have, let's see, over about almost $200,000 sitting in these properties that we need to either pay out or that's going to come back to us. So, just having to be patient is the toughest part right now, knowing that it's, kind of locking us up, and that's an actual problem. We have to pay out $11,000 this month for the properties we have, or those 4 properties that I bought. And that's a real problem. It's causing these extra questions and moving us into wholesaling, which is a good thing, being able to go after that consistent money rather than just going and trying to get paid every 3, 4, 5 months. So going to be good for the business altogether. Excited for what comes of that. And you'll hear all about it, all the updates right here on this podcast. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in. This is Chris Rickenbaugh for episode 113 of the Figuring It Out Finance podcast.